Hey, what's up, everybody? Thanks for listening to On Deck, presented by Amazing Met Zone. I'm Phil from Shirley here with my boy Drew Minotti, 82.
Yo, yo,
Drew,
yo.
Drew, how you feeling right now ever since Senga went down? What's the mood right now about that?
Oh, I mean, I guess everyone in New York right now is going to panic. I feel like, our starting pitching was suspect to begin with. Having Senga go down is not good news. But at the same time, I feel like, what are we going to do? Like I don't want to panic and go out and overspend on Snell.
Hmm.
I don't want to overspend on Montgomery. Um, I know people talk about Bauer, but I don't think that's a good idea either, just because of the PR mess. But yeah, I mean, I feel like we have to just fill it in house, which is going to be gross.
No,
But
100%, 100%, which is going to be tough. I mean, before Senga goes down, I'm looking at like 83, 84 wins for this team, and I'm being optimistic. Senga going down now, I just feel like it's scary, like mid 70s. But I agree. Right now, this isn't the year. Like, let's see what we got. This is kind of preparation for next year. I know people don't want to hear that. People are like, "Hey, let's contend this year. Why not?" Especially when you look around the National League. But I agree with you, man. I don't want to overspend for a Snell. Montgomery, I feel a little bit different on. I kind of like him. I think he's a horse, but at the same time, I know we're not getting anybody like that. So it is what it is.
yeah,
I
I mean,
I'm excited to see what we got, dude. I really am.
yeah, I was just going to say that. I mean, maybe this is like the year that like Blade Hidwell comes up and does something, or we have Vassell who does something. These young
Mm.
guns who are throwing who seem to be all right.
No,
You
one hundred
know,
percent.
I wasn't too confident with McGill the other day. Like I feel like he,
Uh,
it's still early, but I feel like he
Definitely.
never really turned the corner. Like he had that one year where they were calling him Silor. He had like his first couple of starts were like solid, but
Yep.
I feel like him and Peterson, I thought they were going to be like John Maine and Pelfrey, and nothing like those guys.
No, no, not even close. I honestly, the whole time with McGill, I was looking at him like, you know what? Maybe he'd be a better reliever. I feel
Yeah,
like prime in the bullpen. I actually like our bullpen right now. I know we need starters, so that's more of like the scare. But yeah, like I said, man, I'm excited to see what we got this year. I'm excited to see these young arms because someone's going to get a shot, especially if we're out of it.
yeah,
Like around the deadline, we're definitely going to be calling some kids up.
yeah. I was having that conversation today with one of my boys. He was like, do we spend 30 on Snell? I said 30, 60 right now.
Yeah,
He said, what if we backload it, till like next year where we have a little bit more money and, give them a little bit less this year, more next year. So it's not hitting the luxury tax. I'm like, that's not a bad idea. Maybe like Cohen gets a little creative with his money.
yeah,
But yeah, I mean, it doesn't look like they were, someone also said like they don't want to show their hand. Like they don't want to panic and say, we need a starter. And then Boris, like, charges us a lot of money for a starter.
yeah.
So like, it's smart to just say like, listen, we're good with what we got and we'll see what happens. And you never know. They might, pull a deal for Montgomery or I don't know.
I don't see it, but I mean anything's possible. It's crazy talk with Snell to the Yankees too, man. That's been wild hearing that.
Yeah.
I,
Yeah.
I feel like that's something the Yankees have to do. I mean, if they need starting pitching, I
Yeah.
think that move puts them right up top, like as one of the favorites in the American League.
Yeah.
But you brought up Bauer earlier too, and like Bauer to me is the crazy thing because I feel like he's a guy who can get so cheap, and you can get him for $40 million value. Like he could come
Yeah.
and be the Cy Young, and you could pay him nothing.
Right. You could probably pay him less than you're paying Severino.
There's got to be more to it, like with everything going on with him. There's got to be
Yeah. I
stuff.
heard there's like three more pending charges that, it's
Mm,
not just that one charge that everyone like hones in on that he got cleared of. I
yep.
heard there's like three or four other charges that are pending. And, I mean, I get it. I get it. I think, sometimes when it's too good to be true, it really is too good,
Yeah,
so
pending charges scare me. I feel
yeah.
like the stuff he got off for already. People just still accusing him of anything. We don't know yet. It's still pending charges, so anything could happen. But I feel like if he does get acquitted on everything and his record's clean, it's like, hey, how is no team going to give this guy
Oh,
a shot?
yeah.
Guy, we look around New York and we look around in our lifetime, seeing the guys that have gotten second chances. Jose Reyes, hitting his
Yeah.
wife or girlfriend, whatever happened there. Like tons of players, even guys like Dow Strawberry, like Bernard King with the Knicks. Like there's been a lot of guys, Lawrence Taylor,
Yeah.
like
I mean, there's
there's
guys in
a lot of
there's
guys
guys
done had some bad records.
yeah, there's guys in baseball right now who, Chapman and Zuna, like, these guys who are, not the, and never. I have three daughters and a wife and a
Of course.
sister, and I know you're the same way.
Yep.
If Bauer is guilty, he's guilty. But I mean,
100%
if
gone.
he's not, he deserves a second chance.
Exactly.
But yeah, I mean, Senga going down was tough. I know, like it seemed like the good thing about it was he was honest. He was honest with it. He said he's hurt. He wants to sit out, and let's hope that this is a season that like it's okay to do that. Like
Yep.
not to say that we're punting on the season, but if this was, I don't know, like if we're like right in the mix, we're the Orioles right now, and this happens, like I'm pissed, and I'm still upset about it. But what are you gonna do?
I'm
I know
still
that.
upset about it because it's a guy that we want to see come back and see him going into that second year. Can he
Yeah,
make the adjustments and still be a good dominant pitcher? So it's the same thing with like Mauricio. It's certain guys going down where it's like, damn man, like I really wanted to see this guy play this year. Like it's not even
yeah,
about us trying to make a playoff run, them helping us do that. Like of course they're gonna help us do that, but I really just want to see these guys play for a season. You know what I mean?
yep, yeah. Oh yeah, like Diaz going down last season. Same thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's just tough, man. It's a tough pill to swallow when you have a horse there that can really dominant guy in his sophomore year, and he got through the first half of the year last year and looked great the second half of the year, and now we have to wait. We have to wait. So
Gun to your head, before we finish this video, gun to your head, how many wins do the Mets have this season? I'm going to ask you that probably 100 times this year.
uh, and like you said, with Senga, before Senga went down, I'd say 85, 86. Now I'm going like, high 70s, 78, 79.
Okay.
How about
I'm,
you?
I'm sticking with 75.
Yeah. All right.
Thanks for listening On Deck. We'll be back. A lot more to come, people.
Let's go, Mets. All right.